How much did you know about Brandon Allen before you guys claimed him?
Had watched him coming out of college, knew about him at Arkansas, and really always liked him. I know I'm close friends with Nathaniel Hackett, and he had him in Jacksonville, and always thought a lot of him. But the reality of it is when Drew got hurt at the end, it was John that really said, "Hey, I like this guy a lot," and I watched him, and we agreed, and the rest is history. And I think he's done a great job. I think he's proven he can play in the league.
I know you guys are still in the process of evaluating Drew Lock as it relates to IR, but what does he need to do developmentally to be a quarterback in this league?
Again, it's just it's a combination of things. Obviously, there's no, the reality of it is playing live is always going to help you in some ways when you're ready. So that's just really what it is, making sure that he's comfortable, we're comfortable with him around him. But in the end, hey, right now it's about Brandon. We're thinking about that stuff. So it's just he's got to do his part like he would as any backup.
You tried to get Noah Fant involved with some touches behind the line of scrimmage, like the third down.
Yeah.
What sort of went wrong on that play? Is he fit for that play?
He is. It was, yeah, we all want calls back. The around that everyone's running in the league right now, they actually had a different defensive end in, and he played it different than the guy who played it before. And had we handed the fly sweep off, it probably would have gone for a big gain. So he kind of walked into the one, and then the third and one, execution, maybe it was the wrong time to make the call. All those things you got to reflect on. But I trusted it. It looked good. It was a staff decision. We all liked it going into this week, and it was up on the list.
How involved is Joe Flacco now in the quarterback's room, even on the sidelines during game days?
He's been great. He's been tremendous. He's been really helpful to Brandon. I mean, we're just up there right now. Always defer to him in the room. I think his perspective is always important. He played these guys last year in the opener, and they kicked their butt. He played very, very well. So he's always got good perspective, and I appreciate him. And he's been a great pro and been very helpful for all the young guys in the room.
Did you know Courtland Sutton could throw the ball? Did he come up and tell you that he could throw the ball, and how did that play?
Yeah, we knew he could throw it a little bit in the OTAs and all that, but really we had been using Emmanuel while he was here to do it because Emmanuel was very good at it as well. But yeah, it's just a luxury to have a guy that you trust, will make smart decisions, and can be an athletic guy that can do things like that, and it really opens some things up. And we look forward to exploring that more.
Is it nerve-wracking when you put the ball in a receiver's hands to read defense like that?
Depends on the receiver. Some guys you just have a good feel for the game, and Courtland's just one of those guys. So you trust that if it's not there, he'll do the right thing.
Was that throw, obviously the result made it feel like it was the right play?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like he was just running uncovered.
No question. I mean, in the end, players make plays. I mean, the reality of it was a great throw and a great catch, and we work on those types of throws, those pylon throws all the time, and it wasn't a high percentage the way it played out. I actually thought the safety was going to double the outside receiver the way it was going to go, and the ball was going to go to Foom underneath had that happen. He took the shot, and you trust him, and did a great job.
This story's old. That's the first time we've seen him, so I'll ask you. There was reports Sunday that the offensive coaches have had issues working with Vic. It's been difficult. There's been problems during game day, during communication. Would you like to address
Farthest
that?
thing from the truth. Like, he's been great. He's helped me grow as a coach, and I think everyone in this building respects him as a man and his leadership. And we know we're going to win a championship under him, and that's the goal, and that's what we're fighting for.
Have you had issues with him during game day that you felt
No,
were any different?
no. He's been again, it's, we're first time working together. There's always going to be dynamics, but he's been great, and he's been supportive, and he's got a defensive perspective, I've said from day one, that just gives you insight that you don't get everywhere, and I've appreciated it.
When teams double Courtland in the end zone like they did there at the end of the game, is there thought to say, hey, let's try to get it to him anyway, or do you have to trust the other guys to make a play there?
No, it's that's a good, it's exciting. We've been talking about it now. It's a lot more fun when people know to double him. It's nice when you establish yourself and you become a guy in the league, and you become something that people view you in that respect. And I remember going through this with Julio in 2015, and how Kyle transformed himself as a play caller once he realized what it meant to the offense. And we learned from that. We've been talking about it a lot, and it'll help us down the road. Does that mean you don't go to him when he's doubled? It means you have to be particular with what you do when you do it. But it will create things in the run game, it'll create things for other players, and ultimately it'll be a big, big part of our future and what we do here as an organization.
Does he have to learn a little bit that, you know, part of him being double, does that mean the ball might not come to him as much as that part of the growing process?
It is, but it's our job also to find ways to make sure that that doesn't happen and we can continue to run the offense through him.
You had Phil play a lot more snaps than Royce.
Mhm.
What was sort of thinking about giving him some more work?
I just think Philip's been playing at a high level. It was not, and it's kind of how the flow of the game went. It wasn't anything in particular. It's just Philip's been playing at a very, very high level lately, and I thought the way the game went and his style of play just fit perfectly, and I thought he did an excellent job.
So Courtland becoming the guy, like you said, how does that open up to, or how does Tim Patrick coming back open up the playbook, and what's his potential to become, you know, the guy like that?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, it's one more guy that you trust, one more weapon in the offense, one more that the quarterback can feel confident letting it rip. I mean, to throw the go ball that he threw to him in the second half and all that, that's a lot of trust to do with a guy that had just been back a couple weeks. And I just know Tim's a very smart, talented, competitive guy, and he's got a great future in this league.
Back to the communication with Vic. In a game, how much are y'all talking, you know, throughout the course of the game when the offense has the ball?
Yeah, I don't think it's any more than anywhere else. I mean, it's just, you know, head coach is always going to has to make decisions during the course of a game. But yeah, no more than anywhere else.
What do you and Brandon both take away from the clock management at the end of that drive? That it was like 30 seconds left, and then it was a little bit of...
Yeah, it was, you know, again, I don't want to get into all the details and all the stuff and how it went down, but in reality of it, it was unfortunate how it happened, and we have to be better at it.
Would you expect them to crowd you at the line and make Brandon do some things?
Buffalo? I mean, yeah, I mean, they're, you know, I mean, I think Coach McDermott's done a great job everywhere he's been as a defensive coordinator. They have a very good scheme. They have good players. He's got them playing hard and fast. And, yeah, I mean, if we're going to be able to run the ball, I'm sure he's going to do whatever it takes. But, you know, when you do that and you have some guys on the outside that can play, that changes the game too. So, so hopefully we can, you know, I'm sure they're going to have a plan, and we'll have to adapt, and we'll see where it goes.
Time for a couple more guys? In that vein,
Yeah, go ahead.
when you crunch some of the numbers, one of your most efficient groupings has been two backs.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do now with Andy?
Yeah, good question. I mean, that's the luxury of having someone like Beck around. He got here. That's why we brought him in. He has tight end traits, but he's really a fullback at heart. And he did it early in the year, and he's been practicing it since he's gotten here. And I think that we're excited to see what he can do. It's just that's the beauty of having depth, and it's a nice job that we've built that depth in the organization.
That's one, Ryan. What kind of year is McGovern at center?
He's done a great job. I mean, that's the thing that people forget is, you know, he hadn't been a center, and you know, to play in the league, to run the show, first time in this offense, all those things. I mean, we're a young team. He's got to orchestrate it all. It's a lot on a guy, and he's done a great job. And I thought he played well last week, and he's just getting better and better and more confident.
Good. Thanks, Coach.